since we're not been regular. I'm BC. This is Bondo Bob. Is that who you are?
Yeah.
Okay, Bondo Bob. We're both Bob, so we don't want you to confuse us. And this is Trinity Street Rods.
Trinity Street Rods.
And so this is like the showroom area, and so you're in charge of the, I don't know, the
Well,
event.
no, there's the one that's in
Yeah,
charge
where's
of the
Lisa is up there.
decorating and paintings. And
So we're getting ready
everything.
for our grand opening. We kind of did an internet opening a while ago, but we're getting ready for the real grand opening.
Right, January 30th,
January 30th, be there or be square.
about 2:30 in the afternoon.
Okay, I was gonna ask you what
till,
time.
Whenever.
Okay.
And we're inviting all the car clubs around, all the car people around, all the people that want to come around.
Anybody that wants to come for the area, for everything?
Yes.
And so we're kind of setting up. Let's just do a quick tour of what we're doing. We want the wow factor. So when we open, we want the wow factor. But starting and thinking about this too, we're doing it just like a, I don't know, I'm not going to call it a memorial or what. We need to honor the people that have served to make it
That's right.
that we, because what other country could you even have had hot rodding without the freedom we have?
No.
I mean, we have the freedom to break the rules. And hot rodders are pretty good at breaking the rules, but we can still get along.
Right.
We don't have to agree with each other on politics, or you can be a Democrat, Republican, or Christian or not Christian, or what, if that's irregular, doesn't matter.
Right. But we need to honor our veterans who's given us the right to
like
do
that.
what we're doing.
Exactly.
And so many people nowadays are forgetting about that.
So there was a guy bought a car, what was his name? First name, the 27.
I don't remember right offhand.
Okay, he bought a 27, he had the military hat, he had the veterans hat, he had the Wounded Warriors hat. So I was talking to him, I said, we want a wall, and Lisa was gonna do it anyway, where we can, if you haven't served, you need to just understand and respect what's happened. We can give a place of honor to those that have served.
Right.
And then for those that have served, just something they can see that they're proud of what they did.
Yes.
I mean, the politicians, whether the war was just or not, people served their country and
That's
fought
right.
and died and did that. So we're doing that. We're excited about that. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So let's just move quick though. This is going to be like a project corner.
Yes. For cars that have been started and for some reason or
It's
another.
for sale or
People's passed on or wanting to sell it because they've lost interest or their health. So
this, and then we'll have some cool. We're going to have like a swap meet, but not just a piles of stuff. It'll have to be cool old stuff.
right.
Because this is not going to be a retail store per se. Josh and I have got hundreds still of 18th scale die cast, so we threw some of those. They're on eBay actually. If you want to go check out Spirit Cars or Spirit Auction Man for Spirit.
Pennies
Somewhere.
on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar?
Yeah.
Oh, I put it, so they're under pennies on the dollar. So, but we literally still have hundreds. We have lots of them. So that's what this will be something. Now this is going to be a cool area here. You're building a Christmas tree?
I'm building a Klondike original style 60s Christmas tree.
So this will be like a static display here, full size. Got your Willies?
Yes.
How many people remember Sunday, Sunday, Sunday?
At Wayland US 30
Yeah,
track strip.
where the great ones run, yeah.
Right. And that was their old sign from the 60s. That was their newer tower. They used to have just a little square house behind with the number 1 and number 2 lane. And they had their,
So we'll have this lined out as they like to launch and
a drag
a
strip.
drag strip. Change that up a little bit, but these cars are for sale. Commission cars, we take cars on consignment. Couple cool cars. In the front here, this is like our control tower here.
Yeah.
So Bob has his office up there, I have my office up there, and I don't like to spend a lot of time there, but
And mine will be the neater one.
yeah,
Side.
we can tell already. So we put a big screen up, we're gonna have a projector. So the 30th of January is the last Saturday of the month.
Right.
So that is the start of the continuous last Saturday of the month cruise in at
Trinity
Trinity Street Rods.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a feature movie, and then we're gonna try to have a feature car that matches the feature movie. Not that you're gonna watch the movie, but maybe you will. And so we'll bring the screen down. We got a nice Bose system. That sound is like, this is like the driving at the movies here.
Yes.
So we'll get that and move it on. So we got, we'll have the cars out here.
Well, over here in between,
Oh yeah, that's
there's
right.
gonna be a Sinclair gas station.
So we're building the island now, and I'm actually painting the poles for the lights, and you've got you got a full Sinclair station at your house.
Everything.
That'd be a 50s, early 60s.
That's 60s. That's when
60s.
the first job I had at a gas station, the pumps that we're putting there are the first pumps that I used.
Really?
And I seen them at a swap meet, and they were rusty and bent up, and I bought them and restored them and made my first job.
There you go. That's good. So we have our popcorn machine, and if you're watching what's going on in the world, get the popcorn out. It's good. Have some tables over here.
Hey, we got a question.
What?
What are these people's names here?
Hey, they need to be
Well,
named.
they used to have a name. They were Bobby's Girls. When they were all in my body shop, they were in my front area, kind of like this, but not as big as this and that. And my secretaries just called them Bobby's Girls.
That's not what they call them.
Well, Bobby's Girls.
They have a new name, huh?
Well, yeah, but they're still Bobby's Girls. They can
Okay.
be your girls, my girls. There's a lot of Bobs around here.
Okay, so we're getting Frank's hot dog stand ready. So this is gonna be Frank's home of the hot rod hot dog.
Yep.
And we gotta get it all painted up and done, so we're gonna have the stud, that'll be the big dog that hangs over the buns, and then we'll have the junior, that'll just be a Chicago dog. And whatever else, Lisa and Nan and cooking the whatever, so.
Right.
On Saturday night, they'll be like, you'll be ready.
Right.
So over here we got, this will be as we do the videos more often, we'll get into that. We've just had so much going on. I had to wear another hat in another department too, and so we're getting things organized, but this will be the ShamWow.
Yeah.
We'll do the ShamWow thing, and then wipe the soda and do that, but do product previews and what have you here.
Right.
Don't forget, the car craze is coming up in, what's Labor Day, whenever that is, the end of the year. Start making your valve covers now, man. We do the valve cover race. It's getting serious, and
Yeah, it is.
so make your valve covers. So we need to make a place on the wall we can keep stacking valve covers. So we need a sign outside. We haven't put one outside yet.
But Bob keeps talking about the other Saturday nights. We're hoping that it'll be such a neat place to come, hang out, have some hot dogs, buy hot dog, popcorn, whatever, and just a place in the wintertime or the summertime to come on a Friday or Saturday night, whichever people deem would be best for them, and the majority would rule on that, and where you could just come and hang out and BS and tell some old hot rod stories and tell stories on your buddies, and
That's what we want.
that's
We want to preserve the history.
right.
We want to take the history and move it into the future.
If you've got some neat old photographs of you and you want it on display, bring it down. If you've got old buttons from car runs, I've got a whole shirt back there.
Yep.
I think the earliest one was 74
Wow.
or 3 of different places over the years. You got some old buttons that are thrown in a box and you're not going to do nothing with them, bring them down. We'll stick them on the cork board and display them for you.
There you go. And this will be bench racing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some tables along the wall here, and I mean we can talk about some. What does it do? You know, some serious bench racing. So we may do that. Now we'll put some tables down along this here. I've been telling everybody I'm looking for a big fishbowl. I mean, it's gotta be a big one, a Dr. Seuss kind of fishbowl. So this is our assembly area, this is our build area, this is our rod shop. We're gonna put some glass in the windows. But you can come sit out here and watch us right through the fishbowl. So we'll be in here working. It's lunchtime now, so nobody's here, but the rod shop's open. I haven't done that for years. It's starting to get fun. We're doing things other than just building our cars.
Right.
So, deal with the back later. It's pretty cool back there. Let's start right over here. So we got kind of a combination of toys. My grandkids used to come all the time and they thought they needed to have a Hot Wheels. I don't know how many really good Hot Wheels I've given away, but now they don't get to take them no more. I need to fill them up. So we got the toys kind of gathering up, Hot Wheels, some memories there. Got some, we're both Rat Pink fans. And got some really cool Rat Pink stuff. I mean, Wild Bill gave us a couple things. We went and got,
And they were painted by him.
they were painted by him, yeah.
Yes.
So it's kind of our corner here for the Rat Pink. And I'm wondering if, does that Rat Pink reunion travel around the country or?
You know, I don't know. They used to, well, at different shows like out in LA and that, you know, they'd have a get together of pinstriping guys honoring Ed Roth and Von Dutch and that.
Well, any of you pinheads out there, I would personally love to. I'm too old to do anything now, but
There would have been the last Rat Fink reunion, I think, before Ed passed away on the green, and that was at Bonneville Salt Flats. They were having it.
well, Dennis is still around, and the normal brother is still there somewhere. So
Right.
all we got to do is maybe if anybody knows about that, I would love to host something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we could just host it. There's already an organization doing that. We don't want to be,
Right.
but we have space here and it'd be cool.
Yes.
So I told corporate we need 2 cubicles. So I want 2 of the coolest cubicles on the planet. So we got to build another wall here, and my grandson and I we're building a gecko house. Check this out. I love dioramas. This is something Bob built, Bondo Bob. So we got to display that, and if we can get some more dioramas to display, that is just awesome. That's an old. How long ago did you do that?
82.
Wow. So building models is something. I still got a scar about this long right here on my leg from cutting and modifying. I jabbed that X-Acto
Yeah.
knife right in my leg.
Yep.
And this will be my office, but it's not my office anymore. So this will be cubicles for people working in sales, I guess, probably. So we got this finished. So anyway, the 30th,
2:30 till.
2:30 till. And the best part is I don't open the door and I don't close the door and I just show up. So
Yeah. We're hoping that everybody, I'm officially gonna call the presidents of the clubs from Hardy to Harrison and West Plains, Gainesville, all of them, and invite everybody down here for the 30th. 'Cause I think it'll be a really neat place to come. There's a lot of history that's going up on the walls here.
a
And,
lot.
custom cars, drag racing and stuff. So,
And we still got a lot more. I'm finding as I'm cleaning boxes.
yes.
I actually found this. I probably wrote it. I have no long, 20 years ago. I'm gonna read it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna read. First, I'm gonna give a shout out to Hooter though. Hooter was. Did you meet Hooter?
Just kind of briefly.
We spent quite a while up at the glass shop talking. He'd come down and we probably don't agree on politics at all.
Yeah.
But he really enjoyed at the end of the thing when we got some flack for my opinion that I doubled down and said, too bad if you don't like it, take a hike. And we can disagree. We can still be friends. That's the
yeah.
best part of all this. So we had a great time talking, and Hooter, hopefully you make it on the he just hadn't been out a lot, and he was just kind of he's been depressed, and he started watching the videos, and it actually helped him through his depression.
Yeah.
Because it's good news.
Hot Rod does that. That's why it's good to have go around to different people's garages in the winter time, like a garage tour. Our club does that every year. You may be on a slump working on your car. You go over to somebody else's garage and see the work they're putting on their car and doing. That fires you up to go home and
The camaraderie of it all, and
Exactly.
helping each other, and that's what it's supposed to be about.
exactly.
And if you're watching the world, what's going on right now, all I can say is get some popcorn, just sit back, enjoy the show. We got a bit more to go, but it's all good. It's all good. So I wrote this, and I'm throwing a lot of stuff away, and I'm trying to be careful not. And I've wrote different times over. I wrote for newspapers and some magazines and under different names and what have you. So anyway, this, and I didn't read it all, but I read the beginning and I read the end. So whatever's in the middle, I don't remember writing it, but I did sign it here. So I printed and signed, so it must be me, and I must have meant it. And the Ann must have typed it and fixed it up. The church seems to have become. Let me start all over. The church seems to have become quiet lately. And I don't think it's because you are asleep. Maybe the church has a reason for its quietness. My only hope is that it's to hear the still small voice of the Lord. Examine yourself. If you are His, and you are listening to His will and to His voice, if you are His and you are listening to, you will know His voice. Okay, sorry. We may be on the verge of the biggest opportunity in generations. As the government struggles with ending the welfare state, the church, with God's blessings, now has the chance to step in and be rewarded for it. It is truly a blessing to be able to reach out to those in need and share the love of Christ. For too many years now, we have turned this over to the hands of the government. However, the government has squandered it by taxing us only to take care of the physical needs of the dependent. Unfortunately, their crutch being a system that leaves those in need spiritually bankrupt. Our seniors have bought into the idea of retirement, where all their needs are taken care of. Our youth see no future and live only for the moment, no matter what the cost. Those in the prime of their life have financed their future to try to live the lie they have been fed by the advertising media. We have become a morally decadent nation, doing as we please, yet unable to understand why we have the social decay we have. There are many striving to find peace in the world. The only true peace comes from the Creator, the very one who the intelligentsia. I must have looked that word up. How would you pronounce that?
You did a good job.
Intelligentsia. I've surely looked that up. I don't use 50-cent words normally.
That's about
Intelligentsia. The elite. Who these dumbass college professors who give us crap. And charge us out the yazoo for it. Those people. That's a fancy word for those people. Okay, let me try that again. The very one who the intelligentsia try to explain away with so-called science. As the church, are we ready to love our brother as ourselves? Are we ready to balance faith with works? Are we ready to show the love of God, show the love God has shown us? There is no greater love than to die for a brother. Do we have the passion to serve God with our whole being? Can we love those with AIDS? Oh, this must have been in the AIDS crisis time. No, we got, different pandemic. With the same compassion as Christ loved the lepers. Can we wrap our arms around those mothers who would have an abortion, or raise their unwanted children as our own? Are we ready to turn the world upside down? Or are you content in your religion? Will the real church please stand up? I'd say it's at least 20 years old. We're probably here now, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna save this. Maybe someone will find it again in another 10, 20 years.
Yeah. But remember, guys, when you come, if you've got a nice 8x10 picture of your car, we've got places to put it up and display it. If you've got a little story that goes with it, write it down on a piece of paper and we'll put it with the car and,
We actually got a wall of fame in there.
right?
Big long wall of fame. There's still little spots on it.
Right. So, yeah, if you've got or anything you want to put on display, military or, like I said, old buttons that everybody's got a box of buttons and pins and dash plaques. If you just want them out, bring them by. We'll put them up on the wall somewhere and display them. And
It's getting fun.
yes, it is.
So the 30th,
The 30th.
be there.
Be
Beacon
there.
Square.
Yep.
And we'll just keep reminding you, and then we'll do some personal invites. I'm sure you've already started. I haven't yet, but I'll start picking up the phone and
Right.
come on down.
Yep.
All right, till next time.
All right.
Be blessed.